and to talk more about Europe reaction and response to this Russian attack over Ukrainian lands. I'm joined live by Mr. ZEYAD SINERDJI, live from Austria's capital, Vienna, who is an author and journalist as well as a strategic analyst. Mr. ZEYAD, hello over there.
Hello, welcome.
Vladimir Zelensky, Ukraine's president, said that he feels really disappointed after his country was left alone to face the Russian forces, after he was promised to have all the needs his country would ask for. So, Mr. ZEYAD, why couldn't Europe agree on one solution on how to deal with the Ukraine crisis?
Yes.
Mr. ZEYAD, my question was why Europe couldn't agree on one solution, one strategic to face this Ukraine crisis.
نعم، تحية طيبة. أعتقد بأن الوضع والمخاوف الآن من الملف الأوكراني وتداعياته كبيرة على أوروبا خاصة وعلى الشرق الأوسط بصورة عامة. يبدو بأن الاتجاه نحو التصعيد والدخول إلى كييف قريبا وخلال 24 ساعة القادمة، يعني بطريقة أو بأخرى هناك موجة نزوح وموجة هجرة كبيرة ستحدث من أوكرانيا ولربما الاتحاد الأوروبي من أكثر الدول المتضررة من هذه المسألة. كذلك نقص إمدادات الطاقة.
The ammunition of gas and petroleum. Europe, we see that Europe is basically dependent on the Russian gas that passes through Ukraine and perhaps a few European countries, which is quite clear. This ammunition of gas and supply of gas will be reduced. So the repercussions are bigger, especially that the situation developed further, which will take another curve, and the escalation will be quite bigger and more serious over this crisis. So there will be a global instability. It's not just over Europe. The repercussions will be over the Middle East as well, especially that many Arab countries such as Egypt, who depend mainly on wheat that comes from Russia, and Ukrainian one as well. So this war and its repercussions will have a very negative impact on the global economy, and it will be quite obvious, especially on neighboring countries such as Russia. Basically in the Chernobyl, the resistance will be escalated, or the repercussions will be at multiple levels. There will be other countries that will suffer the consequences of this war. So the whole world is watching, and leaders are careful as to whether to respond quickly and implement the right measures. So any hour, any moment from that.
Mr. ZEYAD, I'm sorry to cut your train of thoughts. I beg your pardon, but all what has been done till now, only some sanctions was imposed by the Europeans and US. But can we say these sanctions will give us and provide us with the final solution to this crisis?
Unfortunately, there isn't a quite clear answer to this question. What's happening right now is a big problem, and the repercussions of which are going to take a toll on security and economy, and the repercussions are going to have a very serious impact on the neighboring countries and on refugees, especially Austria, that is receiving refugees in Vienna. this is in fact, or what is happening in fact right now, is just a beginning of a serious crisis that the whole Europe will suffer from, especially that Ukraine was left alone to face its fate. The logistic support that was delivered to Ukraine did not meet the promises that European leaders provided to Ukraine. And especially after they have requested to join NATO, among so many other promises that were given to the president of Ukraine and the Ukrainian people
Mr. Ziyad,
at the beginning of
just
this
for last
war.
point, Ukraine was promised to have some countries to stand with, but when the military action happened, no one was there for Ukraine. Do you think after this military operation, can we see a united EU in the coming years?
I don't think so. NATO and Europe as a whole are not going to take any military action anytime soon. Perhaps there is going to be some logistic supply and ammunition. The United States had several statements escalating the situation. Nevertheless, whenever the situation got tense or more tense, the Ukrainian people and Ukrainian president got reassured that they are alone. They were promised military backup, ammunition, logistical supplies, but nothing was seen on the ground. And this has become a real fact on the ground, especially after Zelensky witnessed that everyone is giving up on him. Ukraine is on the verge of a real crisis that just was sparked a few days ago. Nevertheless, it's quite sure it's not going to end anytime soon.
Mr. Ziyad, thank you so much for this clarification.
The results of this crisis is going to take a toll on the whole political scene and the global
Mr.
community.
Ziyad, thank you so much for this explanation. I was joined live by Mr. Ziyad from Australia's capital, Vienna. Thank you so much.